Hello and welcome back. Keith Powell with the camera company here today. We want to talk a little bit about your Canon digital SLR and its autofocus system. Extremely sophisticated, but not always as accurate as you want it to be. You've probably run into an experience where you're trying to take a picture of a bird in a tree or a bush in your backyard, and you go to focus and the camera's focusing on the branch, or maybe the leaves, or the bush, not what you want. You want the camera to focus on the bird. And there's a couple tips and tricks we can look at here to help you get that focus by using the camera properly. So let's have a look at those now. Okay, so let's get to the good stuff now. Let's set the camera up so you can control autofocus points and autofocus mode. Now to do that, first of all, we have to take the camera out of the auto mode and put it in the program mode. And you can use any of the alphabet modes, whether it's the P, AV, TV, or M. All of those will work to give you complete control. I've chosen program today. So once that has happened, now you have complete control over the camera options. So let's look at a couple of those focus options you have. Now what I want you to do is go ahead and go to this Q button, stands for quick menu. That pulls up a screen full of options. You can go up, down, right, or left. Scroll right through those. Once you come down to the lower left-hand corner, you've got your focus mode, and by pressing the set button in the center there, it brings up 3 separate modes. Let's talk quickly about those. The first one is one-shot mode. What happens here is when you press halfway down on the shutter button, that focus will lock on your subject. You can't even take a picture unless focus is locked. This another option you have is the AI Servo Mode. AI Servo Mode, as long as you hold that shutter button halfway down, the camera will continue to seek focus. It continues to try to focus on an object. Great if something's moving around, but not the best you can do. And then the last one that you have available to you is what I call AI Focus. AI Focus is not the most desirable. It jumps back and forth between the 2 other focus modes. I've not found a great use for it. So what we will do today is set it for one shot. Okay, so that takes care of our focus mode. Let's have a look at those focus points, because you've got a lot of them to choose from. And to choose your focus points, you're going to come up to the upper right-hand corner of the camera. You'll go ahead and you'll depress that button, holding it down, and right up in front of the camera here, you've got a little wheel that you can turn. And as I turn that wheel, you'll see that my focus point jumps around, and I can select any of those points. And this is where the camera will focus when you're looking through the viewfinder. I don't want to select all of them. I do want to select the center focus point. Gives me great control. So with that set up, what you can do now is you hold the camera up, you look through it. When you push the shutter button halfway down, it focuses once, it locks on it, and it is the center focus point. This is how I'd set it up for the type of shooting we've talked about. I hope this helps. Let's move on. Okay, great. Now we've got the camera's autofocus system all set up for that scenario where you've got the bird in the bush or maybe a person in a crowd. Your camera can now capture it. It'll work great for you. If you have any questions, stop by the camera company. We'll be happy to answer those. Happy shooting.